Hey, good morning, everybody. Happy Tuesday. Hope you had a good week. I had a pretty crazy weekend. The snow last night was interesting. I was hoping it was going to snow a lot more, but it didn't. Oh well. But we are here today. Happy new console release week. Got the Xbox Series X and S coming out today, and then the PlayStation 5 coming out Thursday. And of course, your boy, Mr. Jones, will be getting both. I'll tell you all about it later. But this week we're looking at types of maps. So for those who have been kind of paying attention, you're seeing that we're teaching you different skills in geography, how to read maps, how to use different tools in maps, how to use like different types of maps. All this will be revealed later, but this is for a reason. Your assessment is going to be very fun for you to do, I promise. And you're going to need all these skills to do really well on it. So let's make sure you know how to do types of maps. So, of course, there's my cat Emmett hanging out. He had a rough weekend as well, lots of playing, so he's pretty conked out. So I don't know about you, but I'm feeling like him today. I wish I was at home sleeping. Hopefully you guys are at home, but don't be sleeping because it's class time. Come on now. So yes, of course you have your roadmap as per usual. So if you like the kind of standard board game style, you can go off of this. Totally makes sense. Next, we have our learning targets, so make sure to kind of look that over. This is the stuff you're going after. So this is like, if you're like, hey, how do I know I'm doing a good job? That success criteria is the ticket, okay? Instructions, of course, so make sure you read the instructions on each slide. That's there to help you. So if you're getting lost or anything, check your instructions, read it again just to make sure. And of course, if you're like me, I like a list. This is the list. From now on, the table of contents, we're going to call this the list. This is a list of everything you have to do. Again, like normal, I keep it to about 2 things a day. Today, I cheated. You have 3. But here's a little bit of good news. You're already halfway through number 1, which is the instructional video. Good for you. So yeah, this is basically everything you have to do. So just kind of go through it. The goal is to keep you on track, which means if you do the things for that day, you're good to go. You can get a little bit ahead if you'd like, but don't get behind. Remember, I'm going to start checking these, and if you're way far behind, that's when I have to call home. That's not going to be fun for you, not fun for me. I want to have good phone calls home. So let me do that for you, okay? Make sure you keep on top of it. And then use the office hours if you have questions. So make sure you like write down like, hey, this is kind of weird. I don't know how to get this. That way you can ask me live on our office hours, Wednesdays and Fridays. The instructional video, hopefully you know where that is because you're watching it right now. See, smart ones right there. You're a smart one. So we got some video notes, of course. So Miss Lorenz, again, let us use her videos. So there are 2 slides for the notes. So just double check that you're doing those, right? And of course, anytime it tells you to go to your Individual Society's classroom to click on the classwork, you're going to see I have everything you need under week 3. Just make sure you look at, the map analysis or whatever it is. You got the map race, the notes race. You have the climate and vegetation video notes. So again, 2 slides for that. So make sure you double check that. Pretty straightforward. The climate predictions. Oh boy, this is really cool. So I'm going to give you the slide deck to use. It's called the climate graphs, but you're going to be able to use those to guess the temperature prediction and the precipitation prediction for that city on that particular day, and then what you should wear if you were there that day, if you're going on a trip. So you're kind of playing like the meteorologist, like the weather guy or girl who's trying to figure this out. So quick reminder, temperature is like how hot or cold it's going to be, right? But then precipitation is how much does it rain or snow, right? So if we look at this together, so here is the climate graph. This will be in your Google Classroom. So for instance, on this Eugene, Oregon one, home of the University of Oregon Ducks, go Ducks, you'll see that it has a list of the months here. And there's 2 things we're looking at, the temperature, which is in red, right? And the temperature's over here. So if I'm looking at August, I can go up here and kind of go over, and it's going to be about, it's just under 70. What do you think? Maybe 68 degrees, something like that? Yeah. That's for for temperature. For precipitation, that's the green bar, and that goes over here. So if I were visiting Oregon to watch the Ducks play football, they have amazing uniforms, by the way, made by Nike. Pretty cool. And I'm going to do that in August. I'm going to look at, okay, it's going to be about 68 degrees, and they get like maybe an inch of rain per month, right? So that's for the entire month. So that's not per day. 1 inch per month, that's not really a whole lot, is it? So I could probably wear, it's pretty warm, Probably just like some short sleeves and some shorts, you know, maybe some flippy floppies, whatever. That's what you're doing on each one of those cities. So you're going to look at the cities on the slideshows and kind of go through there. Hopefully that makes sense. If not, let me know in our office hours mañana. All right, get back into here. So you'll have that. You'll have this stuff about adapting to your environment, right? So this is kind of a cool thing to look at as well. Put yourself in someone else's shoes. Again, planning, using these maps to figure out what you might need. So there's also a little bit more deeper of a dive into 3 different cities. One in the top part of Canada, one in Lagos, Nigeria, and one in Auckland, New Zealand. I always feel like someone was naming that city and then like sneezed halfway through, like Auckland. Oh, yes, it's Auckland. Beautiful place though, by the way. Lord of the Rings is filmed there. Awesome times. So yeah, use that information, use the slides as well to kind of figure out what they might need, right? What would you wear? How would you make your clothing? Like, how would you create shelter? Pretty cool stuff. I always like putting myself in the shoes of someone else. You have vegetation maps, right? So again, that is in your Google Classroom for you to use. Vegetation maps show how much vegetation grows. Vegetation can be everything from grass to food to trees. So good thing to have if you're planning for some kind of need. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge, you'll find out later. Then you have a should do, the aspire to, of course, and then the mastery check, as always. So that's it, everyone. Should be pretty quick for you, pretty straightforward. If not, make sure you email me, ask me on office hours. That's the best thing you can do is pop into those and say, Mr. Jones, help me. I love being able to walk you through that stuff. That's why I'm here. Otherwise, though, I hope you have fun with it. Kick on some tunes. Don't watch any more Broncos games because they're so bad right now, but I still love them. And if you need anything, I will see you in class. Talk to you later, everybody.